Coming soon to a regional defense near you. Yugen Studios proudly presents Clan INFINI, all caps. This summer, join us for a wonderful time in defeating innocent titans for Astral Gems, starring Samuel L. Jackson as Yugen.
Get down, motherfucker!
What? No.
Angelina Jolie as Calbui.
My lips are gonna explode.
And most importantly, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger as MightyLeafy.
What?
Come with me if you want to live. This summer, for
good.
your chance at intense fun action clan vs clan battles, 2 titan battles per day. Wait, what? 3 sword minimum quota per day.
Per day.
No, fuck.
Per week. Holy shit.
Yeah, per week. Per week. 3 sword quota minimum per week. Clan INFINI. Coming soon to a find clan button near you. Seriously guys, look us up. We've only got like half our slots filled. It's so sad. Yugen's crying and my shoulders. My shoulders are getting wet with armpit sweat. That doesn't actually work, does it? Because the shoulder is like opposite the armpit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm getting a very strange visual right now.
Rated PG.
G. Just G.
Just G, okay. Hey guys, welcome back to another Monster Super League podcast. I am MightyLeafy, and joining me today on podcast is Yugen as always. And today we have yet another guest, Calbui. Now would you like to introduce yourself for the audience there, Calbui?
Hello, my name is Calbui. I'm one of Yugen's lackeys in his clan, basically. Yeah, he got me interested in the game and that's how I started playing. I thought, oh, you know, everything's so cute in the game. And it's kind of like Pokemon, so everyone likes Pokemon.
And then you eventually power crept him yourself.
Well, it's kind of easy when no one knows anything about the game, right? Because when we all started, we all started playing, we had no idea about what Titans were or what, I don't know, you know, everything else was. We were just playing the game.
So basically what happened is she started playing the meta long before we started. That's why she's like so far ahead of us now.
And then I took a few months break off the game because I was getting shit pulls. And that's why I got left behind in the dust. And now they all have these fancy Evo 3 Nat 5s and light Darkmons. Well, little old me, what do I got? Nothing.
I mean, it's really a story of the tortoise and the hare, isn't it, if you come to think about it?
Well, I am. The hare, so. You guys are so mean. Why do you do this to me? But yeah, anyways. We have quite the lineup for you guys today, but our topics are as uncertain as our personalities may be. Okay, so to start us off, we have a new segment where we bring up some community feedback to the previous podcast and give it a little bit of a spotlight to let you guys know that we actually read the comments. So during one of the previous podcasts where we were discussing the alpacas, I was talking about how the dark alpaca was like a poor man's version of the dark gatito. There was one person who pointed out that it's important to remember that while the dark alpaca has the elemental edge as an active, and elemental edge doesn't give him the edge when it comes to lightmons. So it's kind of sad because it won't really help him out in Dragon's B10. So he's actually even less effective than a poor man's Dark Gatito. Wow, that's just sad.
Also, do we know if the alpaca active is AoE or single target?
It is a single target AoE. Single target AoE.
Wait,
right, nice. Very nice. I love what I just did there. But yes, it is a single target active.
Okay, that's pretty good. Still.
Yugen, you pointed out to me something.
Yeah, what was that? Remind me.
Yeah, I actually
forgot. I actually forgot, legit.
Okay. Wow, cool. You pointed out to me that the Dark Alpaca, while his elemental edge does not give him the edge against light mons. It does, however, give him the edge towards dark mons.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I suppose if you want to pitch him against enemy dark mons, you know, he's really useful for that because, you know, because dark mons don't share any natural weaknesses, so if you have that elemental edge, it's actually, you know, really good up against a dark type opponent.
So it's kind of like Sasuke versus Sasuke, wouldn't you say?
No, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I stopped watching that a long time ago.
Well, so
comment.
do we. I actually even dropped the series. Oh shit, I'm gonna get so much hate for that.
Yeah, you're gonna get burned on
Wow.
a stake.
But in my defense, you can finish watching it, and he said the ending was superb. He said he loved every second of it.
I finished reading the manga. It's different. I finished reading the manga. It's different. I can't finish the anime.
This is where we lose all our viewers.
Okay, so during one of the previous podcasts, I was complaining about how I kept getting less than desirable roles, and every time Beth came up as a summon, it pissed me off. One of the commenters responded by saying, "Leave Lady Beth alone." And
I agree with the comment made about Beth. So, a lot of, I think, a noob trap, and this is not to diss. Actually, it is, because it's dissing you. Because basically, when people do their 10+1 pulls during festival time, or any other time for that matter, they always assume that the 3 stars are really crap, and they always just look for 4 stars, 5 stars, you know, the grass is always greener on the other side. And yeah, they are, but statistically you're probably not going to get that many of them. And there are a few monsters that are 3-star, easily obtainable through farming the stages as well, that you should probably give some attention to, and one of those is the Water Beth. Now, the reason for that is because Water Beth has is probably one of the best water attackers for starting players, mostly because it is an attacking type monster, and so if people didn't know, then all monsters have stat distributions, and if a monster is categorized as an attacker, then a lot more of those stats will be put into the attack slot, and of course that means they do more damage. So not only that, but Beth is also a single target active monster, and you will see that he's still viable to late game because there aren't actually that many water crit rate CS strikers available. Yeah, I think it's just Indra and the Sparket was available at one point, but you know, those were rebirth monsters. And so yeah, so the Water Beth's really good. Other ones I can think of off the top of my head would be Fire Candling, double defense down with skill books, brings them up to really, really high percentage rates for defense downing, and that's really reliable since it is double. For Titans, and also the Grass Vivian, also a double defense down, really reliable. And the Grass Radis, double attack down. So these are the sort of ones that they might look shitty to you and they might seem shit, but once you invest into them, they'll be really staple to any of your Titan teams.
Very comprehensive.
And that is what I think about Lady Beth. That is the truth.
Now you do.
No, that was, believe it or not, my voice. I was the one who was giving you guys a comprehensive lecture, and sometimes my voice gets a little bit pitchy. You know, high pitch. High pitch.
When you talk to people you like, right? It goes high pitched.
What?
Yikes.
Okay. So,
moving on.
Whether or not that was me remains to be seen. Stay tuned to find out, or maybe not. Anyways, the next comment that we would like to address would be that I believe this was during the review for the Fabian lineup when they were announced with the Rebirth cycle. And Yugen and I pretty much agreed on that the Dark Fabian was the one to be afraid of. How do we word it? The dark one was the dankest one. And then then somebody said, you know, some other ones like the grass could be quite good once you skill book. In fact, you guys completely forgot about skill books. What do you think, Yugen?
Yeah, I think the important thing to take away from that is that we did actually neglect to mention skill books, which is actually very important because with any monster that has skill books available as a 3-star mon, they're actually much more easy to acquire. So with skill books, they can dramatically improve a monster, like a lot. So the Phibian has that going for it, and you know, with the Dark Phibian as well, it's a 4-star, and 4-star skill books are really hard to get. But because you have so many Phibian skill books, like you can max that shit out on that Dark Phibian, and he'll be really good, like super good.
Wait, so the 3-star Phibians, they be like reading their skill books, and then the Dark Phibian being a 4-star can just come by and go, yo, I'm reading that. Sorry guys, but I'm taking that away.
Yeah.
So he can just actually do that. Like he can just like steal their 3-star skill books and use it on his own.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
not just can do it. He should do it. He should do that.
Okay.
And take it. Yeah.
Does it cost him more money to read it than it does as the
Yeah.
3-stars?
I think it does.
Yeah, of course, totally.
So you
It costs a lot more,
gotta
but-
pay him a higher wage for him to read his own skill book. Okay.
He'll do more for you though. Like it's worth it.
Good, because I got 5 of those assholes.
Interrupt for a second.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so just talking about skill books and if they're worth or not, definitely the more you use a monster, I guess the more skill books are worth, but you have to consider that usually if the monster that you're skill booking wants to increase their passive or activation rate, it usually takes the max amount of skill books to reach that threshold because it's RNG and I think there are 2 sides. One side where the skill book could affect the passive and one side where it could affect the active, and it's RNG, like which side it's going to take, and the best increase in stat or increase in percentage chance is always at the bottom.
There is an exception though. That
There
is,
is?
yes, unless you are a Nestaberry and you are skill booking your super evil Yuki, then all your skill books would just go towards your passive until it hits level 4. Man, what a lucky guy. Stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So the
He's already
RNG
got
can make it
everything.
all go.
He's got
to
crazy
one
stuff
side.
already. God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what?
definitely.
Oh man, god damn it. Lots of money. But yeah, I think Yugen probably knew about the skill book thing, but I think I was just like, skill books? Oh yeah, those things exist when I saw that comment. So I was like,
You know
oh
what
okay,
would be
yeah,
really
yeah.
cool? If they let us sell skill books, because they
Yes.
are quite superfluous. It's kind of like when we grind stages and they give us the evolution materials and we're allowed to sell those. So that's really good because, let's face it, there's a lot of people that are really not gonna super evo like RGB monsters because light and dark monsters are just so much better. And they're a good source of money as well. And I know for a fact that I've got like a couple hundred skill books just sitting there. I'm never gonna use them. Like literally, probably never even gonna touch any of them. And it'd be good to just be able to get rid of them for some
True.
free.
I
Yeah,
think
that
a
would-
lot of people have been asking for that, like for a long time now. And
Yeah,
we should have that.
not surprised.
You know what would be really cool? Is if they made the skill books actual books that we can read, and after we read them, we get the passive skill ups ourselves as players.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, it's called
Great.
going to uni, my dude.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Okay.
That's where I get my elemental edge.
Yeah.
But it's all on PC and shit these days. Anyways, okay. So guys, it's currently Hero Fest in the land of Leticia. How are you guys doing this festival?
Has Yugen even pulled his monsters yet?
Ah.
I have just recently.
Okay.
Yeah, recently. It's today, man. Of course it's recent.
How was your luck?
Okay-ish, I guess. It balanced out in the end. Like, I did manage to pull Nat 5 on my 10th pull, which is...
10th!
Your
Yes,
10th
10th
pull.
10th pull!
Your 10th pull. Wow.
Yeah, that's like my average now, I think. I usually need to roll at least 10.
The game has sensed that you are at that point in the game where you are so powerful that even the tiniest of upgrades will tremendously tip the scale to your favor. That is why RNG is being so cruel to you.
I will be lying if I did not actually feel that, but it's true.
Okay.
I did take 10 pills and I got a water valk, which...
Sucks.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Thing is, I've already
Wow.
got so many valks. That's the thing.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
Guys, I beat the whale.
Oh no.
Okay, wow. You heard it here first, folks. Calbui, the whale beater. Wait, shit,
The
that did
whale
not sound
beater.
good. That did
whale
not
beater.
sound good. Oh my god. Horrible.
Okay, moving on. I'm so sorry for interrupting. So what did you get in your free egg?
Yes. For my guaranteed egg, I
What
got
Shiva?
a... No. I told you it balanced out. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh
the
no.
water valk, I was not too hyped for. But my egg had a water Balrona, which,
Oh yeah, that's really good.
yeah, I'll take it.
Another one.
Yeah,
Don't you
another
already
one. So,
have a Evo 3 Balrona water?
one is not enough. I'd like
One
two.
is not enough, yeah.
One is not enough. Who do you think I am?
Hey, I'm with Des on this. I'd love
Yeah.
another water Balrona. Yeah.
So for me, I did a couple more pulls even after I got my Nat 5. And that's because I got my Nat 5 on the third 10+1 pull. Although
Yeah.
possibly on the
keep
fourth.
bragging.
I think third or fourth. Not too sure. But yeah. Guess what I got, Yugen? Guess what I got?
Water Shiva?
Hey, screw you, man. Remember our podcast
water
last
valve?
night? Remember our podcast last night? The thing you said you wanted the most? I got.
Oh, so you must have gotten a shinobi.
Yes, indeed. I got a shinobi on my third pull, I believe. As for my
Third egg?
free egg, guess what I got for that? It was mentioned again in the podcast last night, and it was not the dreaded water Shiva.
Really? Mentioned it?
Yes.
Wow.
Though not the right element, but close enough.
I must not have been paying attention.
Oh, it is the ever so wonderful Celine Dion herself. Artemis.
Okay.
The fire Artemis, in fact.
Is that your
So
first
not-
one?
Yes, it's my first one. I wanted the grass one, but the fire one's
I've got
okay.
3 of those sitting in my thing. Grass ones.
Yes, you can keep bragging. I'll deal with it. Yes, that's okay.
I'm not bragging. I'm saying
I know
it.
you have a light purse. My
Like any battle you start, you've already won. You have a light purse. Yeah.
my light succubus combined with the power of Yugen's light succubus equals your 1 light purse. That's
So
not
we
fair.
have to like fusion in order to even compete with Calbui.
Yeah, except I can't fusion with you guys now, can I? You two are like Goku and Vegeta, and I'm like Krillin, so I can't
No.
even fusion with you guys.
You're Chaozu.
Wow, okay, whoa, wow, that hurt. Oh my god.
So, yeah,
That is
Vegeta would
so
have to
sad.
fuse with Chiaotzu to compete against Goku.
It would result in a lesser being.
to.
You'd have a lesser power combined.
Like
Oh
the
my God.
multiplier would be negative.
Yeah, negative multiplier.
Oh my god. Oh, this podcast is brought to you by nobody.
Yeah. Donate if you wanna, you know, soothe some of Leafy's stress and hurt and anger and frustration.
Do I have any of that? I just have sadness.
Follow and subscribe. Is that what they say?
Nah, I think it puts people off when we say that, so I just don't say it anymore. Because people like and
I don't think that's so
whatever.
bad. I think it's bad when they like sell out with like buy this item and get 10% off.
Oh no, because that's legit. Because they get sponsored for that, so I can understand it from their point of view. Like if I was sponsored by KFC, I'd be like, hey, subscribe now to have free drumsticks in your email tomorrow, or some shit.
Fuck yeah, I'd
Receive free
sub.
drumsticks in your email tomorrow,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'd sub.
that wouldn't actually work. Man, I come up with like the worst advertisement lines ever. Oh my god.
Okay, so
But Calbui, how did you do for your Hero Fest anyways?
Well, I actually didn't have many gems for this time, and I only did, I
Oh,
think,
poor little
4
Calbui did not have
bushfires.
enough gems.
Yeah, so like, Heroes Festivals, when it rotates onto like a capture event, I'm usually spending most of my gems on energy for that capture event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I feel like it's really worth, the reason being, okay, my logic is that during exotic catch times, it's really easy to hit the weekly capture threshold needed to get the light dark egg at the end of the week.
I agree
Like,
with that
it's
actually.
really easy. So I think it's worth, if you are maybe late game.
I think even mid game.
Yeah, well, it depends because it's anywhere between like a light Cosmo trash thing and, you know, one of the best monsters in the game. It's RNG, but that's all you're playing for at the end game, right? Because like that's the only way you'll get the best monsters in the game is through like light dark eggs or through whaling, which no one really has the money to do. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. And yeah, so I only did about 5 pulls, and I did manage to get Nat 5 on my last pull, which is lucky for me because I was just like, well, I'll just probably leave it if I didn't get anything. And I got enough gems by fusing for the Verde, how do you say it?
I'm just gonna call her Verde.
Verde, yeah. Well, I managed to get enough gems for like 1 more pull, and I got a second Weed Garuda.
yeah.
Pretty good. But I don't have enough, like, yeah, Weed Garuda, so probably the best grass attacker you can get outside of Heroes Festival.
Hello?
Yeah.
I thought you were
and
gonna
outside
say
of Pino's.
hello. Yeah, Pino.
Yeah, so probably the third best attacker for the Water Titan overall.
Pino really has a
Pino.
phallic name, wouldn't you say?
No.
No, I think that's just you.
Okay, wow, I just got told off, guys. I'm hurt. I'm sad. I'm emotionally damaged. Broken goods. They have to pay compensation for me.
Aren't we all? Yeah.
No.
So what did you get? Oh,
Yeah, I can't remember what I got from my free egg. I think it was like trash tier, so I put it in the storage. Oh!
what did she
got-
want?
No, I got a fire Celine, so I just chucked her in the storage.
That's what I got. I'm treating her like a princess, and you're saying you're treating her like trash?
I just
Wow.
have no use for her. You know, like,
But she looks so
Yeah.
great. She is.
she does. There's nothing wrong with her model, with her design. It's just, like, I'd say I'm quite a competitive player, and I won't just like build units that don't really have any use to me.
So you wouldn't build something like a Dark Gemini?
No. Well, like, I'd never gleam it. And, like, that's probably the only way that you'd Evo 3 a 5-star, right? By chucking in heaps and heaps of gleams and only using 4 Nat 5s. Like, I wouldn't gleam any of my Selines. just to get an Evo 3.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think she could make a fairly okay PvP defense, maybe?
Yeah, definitely for PvP, but there are just too many...
They're like triple pugilist
lights.
HP, maybe?
Yeah.
And then put like a variant, yeah, just put in all the dark mihos and just have them aggress.
Yeah.
Just have them be angry and
aggressors, tanks, like passive healers. There's just too many of those that just have ridiculous stats, and I think
too many
those
light
still
purses.
dominate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually, I had no idea that she's the best PvP monster in the game. I only knew that because I have like a friend who's in the top PvP clan, and he's just like, yeah, if you have a light purse, you're like, one of the top. Everyone's like jealous of you, and I was like, I don't even use my light purse, but I don't even know how to gem her. I'm making everyone who's like top PvP cry right now, but I'm sorry.
I'm gonna play that back in slow mode, in 50% speed, so you guys can hear the cold hard truth from her mouth. Yes. Anyways, that does not tilt me one bit. In fact, Yugen is extremely happy to hear her success stories, but...
But what?
Yeah, I don't know. but behind the scenes, there are what? Secret, sneaky drama.
One day you'll all get yours, and then we can stop having this salty conversation.
Yes, I'll have a dark purse instead.
Yeah, I think dark purse is really versatile.
Yeah, I just want a light dark one that's actually kind of good. I do have some light stuff, but not much dark stuff.
Good or aesthetic?
I think aesthetic is more important, but a balance of both is a little bit better.
Okay, so all in all, the Hero Fest was pretty good to us this time. Like, it was okay-ish.
It was kind of shit to Yugen, but it's kind of okay to me.
I mean, it took 10
water
rolls.
Balrona.
It took 10 rolls, but in the end I did get a Water Balrona, so I'm not complaining.
It took you like 10k gems to not get in at last festival, and yet you had to do another 10 rolls this time. So yeah, it's a little bit not great. I would be bummed out, but yeah.
It's alright. Water Balrona.
I guess that's just how it goes, yeah.
Yeah,
Courageous Striker.
No, this is like the first one that'll go towards my second Evo 3.
Ah, okay. That'll take some time, but it's still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You can get it to Evo 2, and that already does a lot of damage.
Yes, that is the plan. I'm gonna clean this straight up.
Yeah.
You guys and your crazy Evo 2s.
That's crazy, yeah. Like, I'm just gonna chuck all my glints at my Garuda.
Meanwhile, I sit here. So you both have gotten a Courageous Striker, whereas I have gotten just basically a ninja and a very nice looking
That's
archer.
a Courageous Striker?
Nah, he got a water one.
I got a water one.
Oh! Well, you can put it towards your fire though, right?
Yeah. So I need one more Shinobi, and I have a Evo 3 Shinobi fire.
You wanna know how I got my fire Shinobi?
Sure, do tell.
It's from a normal high egg, and it was a variant too.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, because you pulled your variant Fire Siegfried, and then I opened a high egg.
Yeah, and I was like, I was like,
real
yeah, check this shit out. And you think it's like, oh hey, yeah, hold my beer. Oh, really?
This is why Yugen and I hate Calbui. Yes.
I got
we
one.
hate her so much.
I got a Wood Odin from a high egg yesterday as well. Just randomly.
Oh boy.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, we should move on.
I can't.
No
Suddenly
more.
my throat is clogged with all the salt. I need a drink.
Fuck. We're being camped at spawn.
Man, if this video gets heaps of dislikes, we'll know where the dislikes are coming towards, at least.
Yeah.
It'll all be
sorry.
towards the light person.
And then I'll never have to do this again, right?
Oh, come on. We love having
I'm
you here.
kidding.
Don't we, Yugen? Wink, wink,
this is
nudge,
really
nudge.
fun. Yeah, let's move on to give people a bit more MSL content. Returning this Heroes Festival is a 4-star rebirth monster that we had last year.
Yes, you are correct. In fact, we have the Verde. And what's your verdict on the Verde, Yugen?
It's good. Totally worth. I actually have both a light and dark Verde from last time, so I don't need to get another one, I don't think, but I did not manage to evo through either of them last time, so... so yeah.
Sucker!
Yeah, so...
You sucker!
That's what I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna try and evo through both of them.
Okay, so
Really?
let's take a brief look at each and every single one of the Verdes, and we'll give you guys our thoughts on them. Okay, so starting us off, we have the Fire Verde. What is your verdict on the Fire Verde, Calbui?
Wow, this is probably the only vid that I suggest Verde people go for if they're looking to build a Fire Titan team. She's probably one of the best units for those teams. I'm actually personally aiming to build 2 of them. I've made one today. She's a courageous striker, and she's also got a blind, which is not good on it by itself, but is really good as part of a skill set. So, blind is one of the debuffs that people generally don't think about when they're building their Titan teams, and it's especially good against light Titan when you do like fill in the team with random monsters because you don't really have enough dark monsters. So yeah.
Wait, so wouldn't it be equally as good against the Dark Titan?
I believe that the light Titan has 100% crit rate, or did they change that?
No, I don't know. I'm just asking because I don't know.
It has a really high crit rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
light
okay.
Titan has a really high crit rate, and so you do want to consider putting
Oh,
blind
okay.
on the teams that you use for the light Titan. Yeah, so blind not only reduces crit rate chance, but also reduces crit damage, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Gives your team more survivability.
Okay, so
That
for the
isn't to
Dark
say
one.
that the other Titans. Sorry.
Okay, so like the Dark Titan, when it crits, it'll just straight up kill you.
Yeah, I believe it has more crit damage.
Okay. All right.
So blind is also
Titan.
good for the Dark Titan. Yes.
Okay. All right. So moving on, we have the Water Verde, and what is your verdict?
You
Shit
can't
is getting
Keep
so.
saying that.
Yeah, I know. It's getting so old. So Yugen, would this be the version of the Verde that you would choose to have?
No. This would be the Verde you would choose to skip, in my opinion. Out of all of
why
them.
is that? Why is that? Give us some insight into the clockwork within
Your
The
head.
skills. The skill set is very niche. It's very niche.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the 100%.
So
Petrification.
so niche that it petrifies you, doesn't it?
For one turn, yes, true. So, for the passive, it has the 100% chance of petrifying a foe for 1 turn. And, you know, it's okay, but you have to consider also the active skill, which is Seal for 2 turns, 70% chance, which is not that great. I just feel like, in terms of the whole combo, the other Verdes are actually a bit better.
So this would be what you would consider the hamburger combo. Why have a hamburger combo when you could have a Big Mac combo?
Yes.
Fuck. What?
Okay. basically, he's right. Basically, there are just a lot more monsters who can do what the water Verde is doing, but better. Yes?
Yeah, the thing is, even if you like want the 100% petrification, right? I know at least the wood Wildfang has that, which is, you know, a lot more easily attainable. So I don't think you need the water Verde.
And if you want CC, there are like better forms of CC as well. Because
True.
petrify, like if you end up petrifying the target and you want to hit it afterwards, it's taking reduced damage. So it's actually, in my opinion, the worst form of CC there is.
Unless you want to,
sleep.
unless you want to keep them alive and get additional hits on them for those extra blue orbs. But most times you don't need that. You just want them to straight up die.
Yeah.
And yeah,
100%
I think
is good though.
yes. So moving on now, we have the grass element Verde. For the passive skill, we have Attack Down, grants 60% chance to reduce the enemy's attack for 2 turns. And for the active skill, we have Defense Down, grants a 60% chance to reduce the enemy's defense for 2 turns. What do you guys think about this? Seems viable.
Yeah, totally. I think it would make an okay-ish filler for Titan. Like, she wouldn't be the best, but if you got nothing else, she can act as a filler.
Just to add on to that, you are right, she's good as a filler, but I think that in general, it's better to have 2 monsters that are like dedicated to debuffing, like a double attacker or a double defender, because if you are relying on a monster that has a split set, so attack down and then defense down, it's really RNG if they actually end up landing the buff that you want. So similar to, because to me she looks like a Wood Leo, right?
Yeah.
They've got very similar, it's just reversed, I'm pretty sure. And if I look at their stats, Verd is like an HP tank. Her stats at like 6 star are not that great for the Wood Bird. She's got a lot of HP, but yeah, I think that at the same time, there's monsters that can do what she's doing, but better. She's not worth building because she's limited, whereas you can build like a Wood Leo over time and he's way better, like, stat-wise.
I don't think she looks like Wood Leo at all. I think she looks much better than Wood Leo. But of course, you're referring to the skills, not the aesthetics. I get it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, she's far from a half-naked, muscly guy. But anyways, moving on, we have the Light Verde. For the Light Verde, she has SP Siphon for her passive. Attack siphons 30% of the enemy's SP. The amount cannot exceed the enemy's current SP. And for her active, she has Adrenaline. Attacks restore allies' HP in an amount equal to 10% of own max HP. And yes, she is a tank. So what do you guys think about this?
I want to know why Diz is building one.
I like it. Yeah, I think there's some use for her in PvP. Like, just for the Siphon can just stop them from pulling off their active. And that Adrenaline is good because she's a tank, and it would actually heal a substantial amount of your team's HP if you need to come to that. So, you know, I think she's pretty viable. If nothing else, I'd like to keep her around in case her utility might come into use. I don't know if I'll actually use her, but I just like to know that I have her if I want to use her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that when they first released her, she was quite overpowered in the PvP realm, and they did end up having to hotfix her. I think she had a bit too much.
What did she have when she first came out?
I think she just had more. I think it was her skills, but like they had either siphoned more SP or healed percentage health, and she was really overpowered. And
1000% SP siphon.
Yeah, they did have to like
enemy
nerf
SP
her.
and their HP.
They yeah, nerfed her pretty quickly.
Okay.
Oh no, they nerf her like they nerfed the water succubus. That sucks.
Well, if they're OP, I mean, you gotta have them nerfed, right? You know, you gotta keep it balanced.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that it was necessary because she is a time-limited monster, but
True.
it's very easy for people to siphon like and funnel all their resources into like the most OP thing. They just have too many of one OP, like the Pinolos. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, when are they gonna nerf the Pinellos? Give them unflinching strike, not courageous strike. Now that unflinching strike's in the game. Oh man.
Could you imagine the rage that would stem from that patch?
Yep.
Yeah, there would be a lot of rage.
Just quit the game.
So they'll nerf waifus, but not nerf utility mons. Oh, that's kind of sad.
No, but Druidus was a utility mon.
No. Okay, so moving on, we have the Dark Verde. Her passive skill is Sap. Grants a 80% chance to inflict the target with 3 types of Sap damage for 1 turn. And her active is Silence. Grants a 80% chance to silence the enemy for 2 turns. Silenced foes cannot use their active skill. So what do you guys think about this one? I actually think she might be pretty good for golems.
Can I take this one?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
totally.
go ahead. Yeah, I'm asking.
Yeah, okay, so I built a Dark Verde like the last rotation that she came out, which was last year. I managed to get her to Evo 3 and she was squareless, but I had no idea how important squares were at the time, so I'm like, yay, I just built her, yay, I have like a Dark Net 4 Evo 3, right? But yeah, I don't know, she is an attacker, so you do probably want a square on her, but then again she is a sapper as well, which, as you were saying with golems, sappers are very good for golems, and I do believe that she is one of the best sappers because her sap inflicts, there's a chance for it to put 3 stacks onto the monster.
I think the Dark Arthur is arguably better though, don't you think?
Well, you're comparing it to a 5-star Nat 5
Yeah, yeah.
like that.
Let's just have a look at the Dark Arthur.
Oh no, I instantly
Okay,
get
yeah.
pwned by these guys.
No, you are right. Arthur is probably the best sap in the game because
Yeah,
it's
I'm
100%.
just kidding. Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's good to know these things because
There's a guy on my friend list who has a Dark Arthur, and from time to time,
Yeah.
I bring his Dark Arthur into my team, just to feel
And
like
cry.
I have a
And
Dark Net.
and I leave and I pause the autoplay for like an hour while I look at it, right?
Well, I screen cap it and then show it to my friends like, hey, look, look at my Dark
Wow,
Arthur.
that's worse. I didn't even see. It didn't even. I couldn't fathom doing that. Right? That's kind of pitiful, don't you?
Well, I don't actually do that, but I think that would be a pretty fun thing to do, and
Yeah.
don't you think?
All right, going back to the Dark Verde.
I just don't show them the score screen because it doesn't show the Dark Arthur. It's like, why does he get no experience? Aha!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I actually disagree, and I think that she's not that good because there's just sappers that are much easier to build, and if you want to specifically build for golems, there are monsters that are specifically very, very good for golems, and what comes to mind is like a Light Radis, right? It's double sap, and the silence doesn't really do too much. I think that she has a spot, she's got a niche that is viable for Colossus, because I do think that you can still
Colossus?
things. Yeah, I see.
Colossus?
I don't know much about Colossus, but I know that sap is also really good against Colossus.
All I know about Colossus is you need 100 wins to get 1 skill book. And it'll probably
Yeah, I've
be like a shitty skill book.
The one time I did Colossus is for like the chain quest.
The quest. Yeah.
Yeah, the quest. And I think I barely scraped through that.
Yeah.
But
I just like
yeah.
debuff the shit out of him and then just
Yeah,
put some stuff.
I don't think many people do the Colossus, but maybe they do. Maybe like really, really high-end people do it. But I know that it's not very well received.
It's sad too because he looks like a transformer.
Does he? I haven't done a Colossus battle in so long, I can't remember what it actually looks like.
His
Got, like, a
hand
funny
flips
face.
around and it turns into a gun.
Oh, it does. It turns into a cannon. I remember.
Yeah. And it rips your face off.
I'd say dragons is worse.
I think dragons is quite fun because well, it's not quite fun. It's just that you get the rewards.
Yeah, instantly, right? Instant gratification.
Yeah, you get that 6-star siphon recovery gem. Oh god, all the 6-star gems are recovery. Oh my god, wish I could recover from that shock.
4 substats that are all like percentage based, and it's got like flat recovery on the main stat, and you're just like, kill me.
It's a 6-star siphon gem, but it's a recovery gem, and the substats will be like crit rate percent, attack percent, HP percent.
HP. Like that's so good.
Oh my god, the amount of times I've had to, you know, I just sell them on the spot. When it's recovered, I'm just like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah. Yep.
Whoa,
So that sums up. Does that sum
so
up the
much.
Verde?
Yeah,
so I think that would be our verdict on the Verdes. Wow, I just had to make that reference again, didn't I? But yeah,
The last
the
time
Verdes,
we promise.
yeah, I'm not sure I can keep that promise, to be honest. But it's important to note that the Verdes actually have skill books as well. But what they do is entirely out of my, you know.
I think they're fairly easy to get. Like you can get them from doing stages.
Really? And
Oh,
what
they
do
really?
Sure I have. Let me just check. I'm pretty sure I've got Verde skill books, and I never
Oh,
went
of
out
course
of my
you do.
way to like buy them or anything. And I've
No,
never.
you just get everything. Just randomly shows up.
No, it's important for people to know this. Certain skill books, you have to wait for specific times to purchase. Like, every month they have like a monthly skill book that you have to purchase with.
I don't
crystals, right?
I don't even.
Yes, the crystals. Yes, that is true.
Could you guys elaborate on that for me, actually? Because I don't actually understand.
Yeah. I think every month they rotate like skill book of the month, and they've introduced skill books for 5-star monsters, right? Like I think the Valk has had some.
How do you
Not sure
know
which other
what they're?
ones.
How do you know who they're for?
Oh, you can see it. So it's in the crystal shop, you know. The crystals, not astro gems. The crystals that you get for spending those astro gems.
I don't think the book tells you what.
Well,
But it tells you that you can get one of these. Like it gives you.
Oh, okay. So on the book page, you don't see anything, but then you click buy, and then it tells you. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you confirm.
And just
whether or
hope,
not
and you
want
just
to
gotta
buy.
hope that it doesn't instantly commit.
Yes.
Oh, like you gotta hope that it doesn't automatically double tap, and then you're like screwed.
Or you can just read the patch notes. That works.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Read the patch notes.
Yeah, I like to get Yugen to translate the patch notes for me. Sometimes I zone out and I don't really get it. Like something about Goje, like the J, it threw me off.
It's a typo, man. I told you. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
The J
They're
has
people,
to
not
be there,
robots.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but imagine if it meant something.
J.
Yeah, maybe it was like a code.
J.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, what is our next topic?
What is our next topic? Okay, and it's time for our mini game, and it's called Who's That Astromon? So every episode of the podcast, I'll read out a randomly picked story/habitat of one of the Astromons in the game, and you guys will be in charge of guessing which Astromon this would be referring to. Of course, you're gonna have to guess the element of the Astromon as well, because they have different habitat/story.
Yeah.
Flip it around thing, because it's story/habitat.
I didn't even know that.
No offense
And-
to 433.
And as a bonus, you will have to guess the slots that I have on mine. Nah, just kidding. You don't have to do that one. That's a little bit
And
too
I'm out.
hard. Okay, so I'm gonna read it out right now. With even greater strength than its previous form. Oh man, this one straight up got its name in here. Will often
Yeah, that's
reach
what I'm
out
saying.
even beyond its habitat to mark its territory by destroying a boulder or even leaving distinct footprints in a nearby crack. So guys, if you know who that Astromon could be, then please leave your answer down in the comment section below. Calbui and Yugen, you guys can participate in this too. But of course, if you guys do get the right answer, I'll be sure to beep it out.
I thought that you were playing that game with us, not the audience, but that's fine, because I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, me neither, actually.
Great. I feel like I'm winning already. Haha.
Yeah.
Only because I'm reading it, so I know who it is. So, But yeah. I bet you were happy that it wasn't a female Astromon this time, weren't you, Yugen?
What? So it's not a... So
Oh, no.
your voice is actually like supposed to be a hint?
Yeah. Surely.
Okay then. Okay, take note of that, listeners.
Yes.
It's a hint.
So, it's a hint. I give out hints like that because I'm so nice. Unlike these guys. I am the nicest. But yes.
I'm not arguing.
Great. She's just agreeing. That's
Yep.
nice.
Yeah. You know, I could have taken a guess if I didn't know the gender, but now I have no freaking clue.
I have a guess, but I'm not gonna say it.
What? How would you have been able to guess better if you don't know the gender?
Cause, okay, well, I'll straight up tell my logic, cause, you mentioned about leaving footprints, right?
Uh-huh.
So, what came to mind was Bigfoot.
Nothing that flips. Nothing that floats.
Nothing that floats? What?
Or flies.
Yeah, like
Nothing that
ghosts and
floats or
stuff.
flies?
Yeah, because
So
they
it
don't
can't
leave
leave
footprints.
footprints. Duh.
What?
Whoa, you just got
Okay,
told.
good luck,
You just
guys.
got told. Wait, but who the heck is Bigfoot? I was gonna say Bigfoot.
Yeti.
Oh yeah, Yeti. Yeah, Yeti. It's one of the forms, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless
Oh.
I'm completely wrong. I don't know. Because they changed their names, it's hard to keep up.
Wow, there's your other hint, audiences. It is not the Yeti. Unfortunate. But yes, we must move on to the next topic at hand. So, the next topic on our podcast is going to be some dumb things we've done in Monster Super League. Oh my god, this topic. God damn it. Alright, so, would you like to start us off, Calbui, as the guest? Special guest of this episode of the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring up my PTSD, because,
What
pretty
have
much.
What have you done wrong? You've got a light purse. Surely you must have done everything right.
What if I told you I could have had more?
You could have had more, huh?
Yeah, so let me
4
elaborate.
light purses.
No, not quite. Close, but not quite. So basically, I've got one Evo 3 Wood Wukong and one Evo 3... Oh, not Wood Wukong, Fire Wukong. And one Evo 3 Fire Shinobi. So both of these monsters are considered like the top tier for Titans, right? They're both attacking courageous strikers. And it hurts me if I think about the fact that in my Fire Shinobi, I chucked in another Fire Shinobi to actually make it. So, yeah. And to make it worse, my Fire Wukong has 2 Fire Wukongs in there as well. And the reason for this is because I had no idea that like Fire Wukong was any good. Fire Wukong was the first Nat 5 that I pulled from summoning. And I'm just like, oh cool. But I had no idea how good Courageous Striker was. And I think shortly after, like this is when I first started playing, I think I pulled another Fire Wukong. And I had no idea about Gleams, so I chucked that Fire Wukong into the other Fire Wukong.
Hot damn.
So she was getting a lot of Nat 5's early game since the very beginning, guys. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, so I could have had 2 Fire Shinobis and 3 Fire Wukongs, but but I didn't know much about the game, and also, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I never want to think about that for the rest of my life.
You had so much. You had like so much luck. You had luck to waste. That's basically what it means.
Well, hey, I gotta give you guys
right?
a fighting chance, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point, actually. I'll take that.
Yeah. Don't
My
do what I
God.
did. Yeah, it's
So
worse than Des chucking away his light Vic.
So it's
Yeah.
like Super Saiyan 3 Goku not
Yeah.
going Super Saiyan 3 to fight Vegeta when he went Majin. Oh my god.
You've lost me, but it's pretty damn bad.
He had to hold back your power.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Can I just go off and cry?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Here's some tissues and towels.
I got my own. Thanks. Why do I need towels?
But these are Kleenex tissues. Kleenex
Okay.
tissues. So
Okay, you got me.
and I have some KFC napkins. So
Alright. So I think I basically just win this topic already, and you guys probably can't really beat that, I don't think.
Oh, far from it.
You
I say
you're
that
telling
now,
me that you've done worse.
Well, subjectively speaking, perhaps.
Okay, go on.
But I did this with full awareness of what I was doing.
Okay, then
I still find it.
that's definitely worse.
Yeah.
I still find it. I still find it to be the right course of action, though. However,
Probably.
let me just take a deep breather first, guys, because this is live, brought to you live from this recording. That's.
Except it's not live at all. It's recorded.
Yeah. Currently live as of this recording, but so a couple of months back I took a couple of months break. Wow. So basically I only came back for like a little bit now, and then when I came back to Monster Super League I was like, oh, the Dark Thors were returning from the dead. Never before have I seen such wonderful Astromon being brought back to the Rebirth Festival for a second coming. And since I was hot on the tails of watching the Avengers, I was like, hey, Dark Thor, he's like a real cool dude. He's got really good passive and a very good active. So I'm gonna have to get this guy because I really want a 100% defense down Darkmon who's also an attacker and also has Courageous Strike on his active. However, since I had been on a couple of months break from the game, I naturally did not have enough Nat 4s to go around. Oh, far from it. So, what did I do? Well, I started throwing a lot of my Anubis, even the ones I had already evoed, as well as some other Nat 4s that I had already evoed as well. Not only that, but I must have blended at least 5 or 6 Nat 5s in that festival to get my Dark Thor. But you know what, guys? I think it was worth it. I think
Did
it
you
was
get your
worth
Dark
it.
Thor?
Yes, I got my Dark Thor at the very end. I had to gleam it because it was that clutch. But I got my Dark Thor, but I had to say goodbye to my Wood Wukong, my Water Wukong, my Wood Shiva. I think I killed 2 of my Water Shivas elsewhere. I don't remember what for, but I just killed them because Water Shiva. And had to say goodbye to what else? Sure, I killed a few others. But yeah, I struggled to get my Dark Thor, but I got him at the end. 2 squares, 1 triangle. And back then, I don't think the slot conversion tickets were around yet. So, I was quite happy. I use him everywhere basically. So I feel like it was worth it in the end, despite the huge sacrifice. Yeah.
I agree.
You do? I'm surprised.
But I
would've
still think
thought-
that my story's worse.
Maybe, because unlike some of mine, the ones you have are quite desirable.
Yeah, like
I would trade some water Shivas and wood Shivas for a fire Wukong any day. Or a fire Shinobi.
Yep. Yeah, okay, I really don't want to think about it.
Except when you listen back. Except when you listen back to this podcast, you will remember.
I fucking love my fire Wukong. He's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like this is too dark for the stream. I feel like people will need some therapy after listening to my story.
No, they'll just be like disliking this podcast.
Yeah, they will.
Just because you sack like, just because we're talking about stacking nat 5s.
Yeah, like why would you do this to people?
And the fact that you have a light purse, so like we're already gonna get disliked anyways, so doesn't really matter now, does it?
Yeah, guys, smash that dislike button.
Oh, wow.
Better cut that out.
No,
do that.
leave it in. Yeah.
Don't do that.
And you know what? She's got duplicate Dark Lupin's variants. I hate this girl. I hate her so much.
Yeah, I got them from like Light Dark Game. I didn't know
Listen, she cannot deny them. She cannot deny it. She's even got a few Dark Yakshas and some other stuff. Yeah, I'm Calbui. I have a little luck in the game.
RNG, guys.
RNG.
But, you know, it's RNG multiplied by the amount of time you've been playing, so you can't really, you know, compare yourself to other people. I play this game a lot more than you. Stop shining the dark light on me.
She's holding a fan to her mouth and she's woofing it. And she's going, ha ha ha. You plebs, you do not know anything about being good at the game.
Well, there's a lot of information out there to help you guys, so you can't just be like, oh, woe is me, everyone has better monsters, and I suck at this game, and you know, I'm so unlucky, because, you know, you can make your own RNG, you can use your resources more effectively. I have no sympathy.
Whoa. Let me just put an echo filter on that. Oh my god! So Yugen, what is your sad and somber story, or do you not have one? Has it been a happy-go adventure in the world of Leticia since day one for you?
No, I think I've already mentioned mine before. The like before, I can't think of another one.
Oh, okay,
that was,
so...
You only remember your worst, right?
No, just some dumb stuff.
No, can't remember anything that quite stuck quite as much as that one did.
You heard it here first, guys.
I'm sure you're fun at parties, Yugen.
He is perfect.
That's why he's the clan master and we're not.
When are you gonna give me the power to ban people? I'm gonna ban like half the clan.
Why? What'd they do?
Nothing. I just want the power to abuse it.
Well, that's why you don't have it then, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I would re-invite them after I ban them.
Aren't they just permanently banned from the clan?
Yeah, I think ban means they're banned.
Like permanently.
You never know, it could be Ban J.
Okay!
Okay guys, and that has been our podcast this day. Okay guys, and that has been our podcast today. We do of course have a Discord server, so if you play the game and enjoy our content, make sure to check that out in the video description down below. Calbui, do you have any last words?
Yeah. Yeah, chatting means like typing and not actually chatting.
Ooh.
Yugen, do you have any last words?
Yeah. There's something you should probably do, like, every day.
Brush your teeth!
Oh, that's even better. Yeah, brush your teeth, guys. and do the gold dungeon.
God,
oh, yeah.
a gold dungeon again! It's 300k,
so
no joke. Every day, man. It's no joke.
Good.
And as for me, I'm going to leave the podcast by saying, I doubt you're watching this, Alan.
Oh, shit. If he does.
Well, then good.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a win-win.
Holy crap. You actually listened through all this junk.
But you like NTR.
Thank you for putting up with us.
Who's this Alan? Oh, we must find him now. Oh my god. But yeah, guys. Okay.